you represent? Because apparently there's a big crowd here and they want to know who are the so-called media. Freddie, held by the Supreme Court, will grant my petition to disqualify 2 candidates who are carrying the name of Santiago and not by accident either. In other words, these candidates were purposely set. Kung wala akong kwentang tao, bakit sila magpapatakbo ng dalawang Santiago? Aber, mahirap lang sila maghanap ng defensor kasi wala nang defensor labas ng Western Visa. Pera pati na sa panahon para lang magpatakbo ng dalawang Santiago. Aber, at bakit sila gagastos magpatakbo ng isang tao na ding kasama ko na kandidato? Yan, sagot na kaagad yan sa pagtatanong, ano wala ka ng eventuality that the COMELEC might deny my petition. I wish to announce today the will of the people. Ganon ka-broad ang powers ng COMELEC. Huwag silang magpapanggap-panggapan na walang ganyang kapangyarihan ang COMELEC na nandyan mismo sa batas. The powers of the COMELEC are that particular commissioner when she's sitting in the COMELEC. Some man in advocating that these petitions for disqualification, particularly filed by a candidate with bona fide political history of this country. They flagged it out in 1992, and because they practiced self-assisting of justices of the Supreme Court and certain senators, publicly announced and supported his announcement with documentation to show that Operation Dagdag Bawas was implemented by this corrupt administration in 1995 and that the level of cheating was so high that it eventually affected the final outcome of the elections. For in 1992, my political enemies claimed that there was cheating but it was not enough to affect the outcome of the presidential elections. That, of course, as you realize, is a fallacious argument. You cannot say, yes, there was cheating, but it was not enough to affect the results of the presidential elections in 1992. How do you know that it did not affect the results? In 95, no less than a justice of the Supreme Court, that there was massive cheating in 95 to operate, that in 1998, Mr. Ramos plans to do all of the above. Number one, postpone the elections on the ground of the MILF turmoil in Mindanao. You can see already the dark hand of Malacanang. A habit, therefore, that we should call presidential elections the second Monday of May. Technically, Ramos can still postpone the May 11 elections until December 31, 1998 because it would still be the 6th year. So I expect that he is going to be extremely busy with his dirty tricks between now and the next few months. Therefore, in the light of this expected and reinforced implementation of the dreadful and the dreaded, notorious Operation Dagdag Bawas on the part of the administration, I hereby formally declare I will not be responsible for the anger of the university students and for the anger of the Ilonggos not only in Western Visayas but throughout the country. Should Operation Dagdag Bawas succeed once more for the 3rd time in affecting the final outcome of the elections. In 1992, for the sake of national peace and order, I myself went on the streets and begged the students to refrain from holding street demonstrations. I called for such restraint. Once was evil enough. Christian compassion, it will be stupidity. And I refuse to be party to any act of stupidity. Let it fall on the head of the Operation Dagdag Bawas. I appeal to all the communities of faith, whether they are Christians or Muslims, whether they are Protestants or Catholics or Iglesia Ni Cristo. I appeal to all communities of faith throughout our country. Please monitor the elections and prevent Operation Dagdag Bawas. Dahil wala ako nun, di wag na lang ako pumunta dito sa Iloilo. Manatili na lang ako doon sa bahay ko. Pagkatapos, yung genuine nationwide survey. Ano ang key? Anong karapatan nitong mga supporters nila, mapping centers ng ating syudad? Pagkatapos ninyo makita yan, meron pa kayong lakas ng loob magtanong sa akin na wala ng Miriam Magic at kung sinong pangalan ng kandidato ang gagamitin ninyo. Kasapi ng sindikato. Maya-maya makikita mo nakatihaya sa tabi ng daan yung taong yan, patay na at naparil o nasaksak na talikod. At sinabi ko mismo sa harap niya yon. Bago kami nagsama noong 1992 sa PRP, tinanong ko siya, paliwanag mo lang. Itong mga sinasabit, naririnig ko at ako'y RTC judge ng Quezon City. Ng sasakyan na nakita naman ninyong nasira ang mukha ko at pinakita ang videotape niya noong convention sa nagpadala ba siya ng consolation card niya sa akin? At nang tinataya ko ang buhay ko bilang immigration commissioner na pinapananalo dahil peace and order ng plataforma niya, ang pinakamataas na kidnapping nandito dyan sa Maynila. Ayan. Senator Francisco Tatag might want to make an opening statement.
This is my magic is as strong as ever.
Yes!
One of my idol senators, Senator Miriam Sinago. Of course, that includes you, Senator Tatag.
Sa ating bansa, lalaki man o babae man. At huwag na tayong mag-alala, iproklama na lang natin diretso na presidente siya. Kung iisip ng isang Pilipino, yun ba ang pag-iisip ng isang Ilonggo at may nagmamalaki pa naman tayo ng buong bansa? Kaya sa gusto nila, basta gagawin ko ang lahat ng makakayanan ko. Yan, sigurado, surrender ako kung walang Diyos ang daigdig. Dahil kami niyang pinakain at namigay siya kaagad na ganitong halaga para mag-organize sa mga baryo at sa mga barangay. Sa tingin ninyo, saan nila kinuha yato ako? Yung talagang papel ng kandidato, mang-amo ng butante. Kaya kung kaya ko lang, mamimigay ako sa inyo ng pera. Kung magkano ang binibigay sa inyo ng pinakamayamang kandidato. Si Estrada man o si Lim. Using food in such abundance, then it is essential that we must have warehousing, storage, or ice storage facilities. Kinanglanon nato, total, kasi mayaman na tayo sa likas na kayamanan. Marami tayong isda, halimbawa, sa estansya at sa iba pang lugar, sa Antique, sa Capiz. Dapat meron tayong ice plant na pinatayo ng gobyerno at maaaring pakikinabangan ng maski sinong mamamayan sa napakababang presyo at cost. Yan ang pinaka-importante dyan sa lahat. We need to preserve our produce. We also need warehouses para kung in fact, the major food producing was electorally weak when he started. He's not gaining any momentum whatsoever. Remains possibly one of the weaker candidates. Kung 10 kami, he belongs to the lower half, that is to say the weaker. If we classify them into stronger and weaker, he'd belong to the weaker class. If my perception is correct, I have no doubt in my mind, Mr. Ramos will find a way to jump his own candidate. That is how I distrust Mr. Ramos. Now, for the benefit, yes.
Yeah, we will allow one more question, and we will, after this, we will get the parting statements.
Senator Santiago, upon the
President can only be expected from the Associated Press correspondent. What was the first question, please?
who do you think
who do you think is your strongest? For any opposition candidate in any election, always the strongest opponent is the administration candidate, provided we are talking, as we are, of a country like the Philippines, which is, number one, a third world country, in other words, poverty-stricken country, and number two, a corrupt country. Remember, the Philippines was classified by Transparency International last year as the number 2 most corrupt country in Asia or in Southeast Asia. Alright, so these premises are given. We're corrupt and we're poor. As long as this is the environment, the strongest candidate is always the administration candidate in any elections. For the simple reason that, number one, it is the administration and the administration only which has the capability to launch massive fraud or Operation Dagdag Bawas. Number two, since this is a corrupt country, administration has no qualms of conscience about using government personnel, government facilities. Principally, when we talk of facilities, Air Force airplanes and helicopters, the boats of the Navy and the Coast Guard, and even the land transportation of the National Police. When we talk of personnel, we have actual civil servants violating